Hi. I am asked a question all the time that I am going to address today. Tessa Marie, the question goes, why do you say you're teaching, you're coaching, and you're motivating, but not from a position of struggling? You say that you're teaching, coaching, and motivating from the power of observation and the art of listening. Yes, my name is Tessa Marie, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where you will learn the answers to life's true happiness and success. You can subscribe to the channel so you will be notified when more videos of this type are released. In this short video, I'm going to talk to you about what I mean by the power of observation and the art of listening. This is something that was taught to me as a child, and I took it on as an adult because it was nothing else but to observe. Because of the type of parenting I had and the businesses they had, we all had to be employed in them as teenagers. So we were taught how to observe the behaviors of others and to choose the right ones and to observe the behaviors that we shouldn't emulate. So as an adult, it was part of me. So I just kept doing it. And this is what has enabled me to be the woman that I am today. So when someone tells me you must teach from your struggles, at first it didn't make sense to me, because things in life, the good or the bad, are never a struggle. They're just imposters. They mean the same. So my observation skill played an important part in my life. And from that, I am able to teach you how to observe and what my observation and listening has taught me to help you along your life's journey. You see, if we are in the moment, we are able to observe. I chose to learn from observation. Some people choose to learn from pain. I do not endure pain well, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. But observation is something that is unique. It is actually a powerful thing to embrace. In observation, most times you have to be silent. You have to be in a contemplative space. You have to be observant, of course. And with observance, you can't observe and be chatting. When you people go to a lecture, a talk, many spend all their time chatting in the chat rooms. That is not what you went there for. Of course, you can spend some time to say hello and chat and greet, but you came there to listen to the speaker. And it's only by listening we can learn, and observing the mannerisms and hearing the words. So in observation, you will see somebody's behavior. You might be at the supermarket and you could see a meltdown of a child. I saw that many times when I had no children. I saw that and I thought, well, how could they fix that? So when I did have a daughter, my first child, Jillian, one day I happened to be in the supermarket with her. And of course, she was dressed in winter clothes. The supermarket is hot. I opened it a bit, but she was maybe hot. She never liked that type of heat. So she was having a screaming thing in the stroller. So I needed to get things done. So I started talking to myself. And that is what I observed from my mom with a younger sibling. So I am talking out loud, going through the ads. Tessa Marie, be calm. Tessa Marie, breathe. Tessa Marie, relax. Tessa Marie, just take it easy. And all of a sudden, a man heard me and he said, oh my, I am so amazed to hear how you're talking to your child. And I said to him, no, I'm not talking to my child. I'm calming me down. And he started laughing. And he said, well, I must compliment you. It is amazing. And I couldn't calm her down, but I could put myself in the position to bring my level down by talking to myself. And I observed that. Another thing I observe is what people's behavior does to them. So you want to lose weight. But you start your morning eating all the wrong foods. You want to exercise, but you keep exercise for the last thing at the end of the day when you're too exhausted to do that. So I observe all those things. And I decided the most difficult thing that I have to do for that day, I'm going to do it first. And I always do that. When I was a manager and I had to talk to staff about performance or whatever, that would be the first thing I would tackle in the morning. Because I realized, I observe, if you do that early, you're not sitting there going through the stress all day long of having to face this. But if you come in at 8:30 and you start this journey, it's over. By 10, you're back to doing the things that are easier and more comfortable to do. But that only came from observation. I notice people who do not drink water, that they're always listless and tired, and sometimes their lips, I assume their lips got dry because they didn't drink water. Pregnant women that did certain things. So when I got pregnant, and these were women that were close to me, I did the direct opposite to what they did. I just changed it. You got yourself in debt and you have to get it out. You had to pay bills. So what do? You pull back, you manage this money, and you observe how the banks are doing it. So in my teachings, I observe that the Bank of Canada is one of the at the time, well-run institutions. And I'm thinking, what do? One thing they had successfully done, and I observed it, they had an account for everything. They gave us an old age account. They gave us a Canada pension account. They gave us an RESP for children's education. They gave us a registered retirement savings account. Then they created a tax-free savings account. Everything had a name. So I said, well, the banks did it too. They had this for that, an account for this, an account for that, for their big $1 million things. I said, why am I not doing this? So I started doing it for my home. To this day, I have a vacation account. I have a car maintenance account. I have a house maintenance account. I have a garden account, and I have an account for the things that I cannot do without. I know I need my vacation, so I have to put money there for that. The emergency account. What emergency? It's always to do with the house, so it's a house account. A repair, a furnace, a roof, this, the money goes in there. Every payday, so I assume, let's say it's $5,000 to run this home. So I divided it into where it had to go, and then every payday, a certain amount automatically went into those accounts. I created a Christmas and birthday account. When Christmas time comes, I'm a Christmas woman, I go crazy. So if there is $5,000 in that account, I blow it by November 30th. Christmas money is gone. The vacation account is always there. No matter hail, storm, fire, the vacation account is there. And I only learned it by observation. I have taught it in all my financial seminars when you create a sustainable plan. Now, the art of listening is something else. The art of listening is something that I say in a funny way. You might listen and you learn something by listening. That's why when you go to those seminars, you don't sit there and chat. You didn't come there to chat. You can do that in a few minutes and then get on it. Listen. You came to learn. Make your notes. Write the most important things down. I was into a 90-minute seminar by someone. And one of the things he said that I took, and I've been practicing it ever since. He said, when I go live on IG, and I'm supposed to go live at 2, I am ready and I've pressed the button at 1:59 p.m. So that's right. That gives you a time to fix things up, listen and learn. So when I do my lives, I come at 7:59 in the morning, 6:59 at night. Sometimes if I'm having a guest, I will come at 6:58. So to give the guest time to get acclimatized and, all those things. So that is what it is. So when I teach you and I coach you and I motivate you, I am doing it from a position of observation, which is the power of observation. When you know how to observe what is happening around you and what you see, you can choose to apply it to your life so you avoid the negative and you emphasize the positive. So I chose to exercise every day. I'm 76 years old, no aches, no pain, no medication, but I eat properly. I know if I do this, I am going to be the woman I chose to be. And that is what it is. So I observe, if you eat badly, you're going to perform badly. If you stay away from exercising, you're going to perform the same way. If you do not eat sufficient vegetables and fruit, it affects your health. So I chose that by observing others who have lived their life that way. Then the listening thing. As much as I talk, I love to talk because I am a motivational speaker. When the time comes for Tessa Marie Shillingford to listen, man, I listen. I have my blue pen and my book, blue ink pen and my book, and I listen. I capture your words. I capture a sentence. And that has enabled me to use that to improve my life and all that I do. I might be passing and someone has a TV on or a radio or someone says something. I hear the word. I hear the inflection. I remember, and I might write it down or repeat it mentally. I listen so that I can apply that to my life when it is necessary. Or I can tell you about it and draw it out to give it to you. So this is why I cannot teach you from struggles. I have avoided them by being observant and using the art of listening. Observant is being in the moment. Observe what is happening. Is the weather changing? What type of vibration is in the room where you are? Somebody's behavior towards you. A look is telling you that that person, do not cross them. The way they're coming, and if you do not get out of their way, they'll crush you because they have an intention to. You learn how to observe people's behavior. You learn how to go forward and how to pull back. You learn when to push and you know when to pull. Observation teaches you the energy of others. If you are in an observation pose, you will get it so that you can avoid this type of confrontation. Now, not all of them you're going to do, but of course, you will get 90.9% of them. And that's better than the rest. And the listening skill, you can apply it later. You listen, you learn, and you can recall it and apply it at a later date. And that has gotten me to the point where I have really stayed away from struggles. And the word itself is defeating. I do not even use that word. So someone said, you mean you never had something go wrong? Of course I have. We all do. But it's your attitude towards it that causes you to go over it, through it, underneath it, push it out of the way. And that's what I do. Something will come. You're headed this way, accident, something happened and you can't go. What are you going to do? Stand there and the struggle? No. My first thought is, what can I do? How am I getting out of there? Even to this day, something spills on the floor and that is not my intention to do it now. I do not get crazy over it. And that's why I love that phrase of age, do not cry over spilled milk. It's already there. So I can choose to stop whatever I'm doing and mop it or continue with what I'm doing, come back when I'm calm, cool, and ready and mop it up, pick it up, sweep it up, attend to it. And for that reason, I teach and I coach and I motivate. Please do one thing at a time. Get it done. Stay in the conscious moment. Listen when others are speaking with you. You have to be with them for you to learn from them, or you have to observe them so you can learn from them. And this is what I do. And that's why I am unable to teach you from struggles. Because of my preparation of looking, observing, listening, checking, absorbing, I am able to just go over what another person would call a struggle. I call something in my way and I need to get on the other side of it. So I do my best to do it. So now you know why I am the kind of woman that I am. I observe, I use the power of observation, and I challenge the art of listening. Have fun. I know this video will tickle you. Some of you will love it. And those of you who love it, thank you. And those of you who are a little bit baffled like it, get in touch with me. I'll be happy to teach you more, to coach you more, and to motivate you on this. I chose to observe and listen rather to teach from pain. Have a really wonderful day. Talk to you another time. Bye-bye.